All right. Now, ladies, where are you? That's what I want. That thing. Go. Okay. Let's check out the deck. So, hello and welcome back, everybody. We are back on the Mana Symbol channel. We're going to be playing a little bit of Modern here tonight. We're going to be playing a slightly updated version of the IceBURG list that I took to 13th place in the MTGO Modern Challenge on the weekend. So the two tweaks I made in the main deck was I took out one copy of Dead of Winter and one copy of Drown in the Loch, and I included one copy of Ashiok Nightmare Muse and one copy of Brazen Borrower. So there was one particular problem card that I ran into throughout that tournament, which was Klothys, the God of Destiny, which I actually threw into my sideboard as a copy of. But Klothys, one of the things about this card is it is an indestructible enchantment, which our deck generally has a hard time at dealing with. Now, we were able to beat it a couple of times, where our opponent haphazardly, foolishly allowed it to become a creature, and then we were able to Dead of Winter for X equals 5 or greater, which will kill Klothys. However, I didn't like counting on that and our single copy of Cryptic Command. So now we have Ashiok Nightmare Muse. So if our opponent has no cards in hand, we play Ashiok and return Klothys to their hand, and then it will be exiled if it's the only card. But even if it's not, we can counter it on the way back down with something like Drown in the Loch. Additionally, we have Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower I found really impressive in the Teamer Snow list that I played last Friday. Good little card. It's a 3-mana 3/1 flying like Vendilion Clique. It does have the rider that it may only block creatures to fly, but it also has the front side, Petty Theft. So this is a adventure card, so it's got a sort of split card functionality where Petty Theft is return target non-land permanent opponent controls to its owner's hand. So this gives us another way to do that sweet Klothys removal thing. We never ever ended up bringing in our copies of Leyline of the Void, except for when we were against Grixis Death Shadow. There was one game we brought it in, and it did not work out great, so we ended up taking it out. So I took out the 4 copies of Leyline of the Void, and I substituted 2 Nihil Spellbombs, a Klothys, and another copy of Ashiok. We also cut down to 1 copy of Weather the Storm to fit the 4th copy of Dead of Winter in the sideboard, and then, of course, we've got this Klothys. And otherwise, this list is identical to what I played before, so we're going to take this into a Modern League and see how it goes. I intended to test it out earlier today, and I made the goof of registering the wrong version of it. So this should be version 2. Okay. League. Don't change. Cool. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing. Yeah. So let's all head on into match 1 and shake our groove things with this exciting control deck. And by exciting, I mean wonderfully complex. So this is an interesting opening hand. I think I am going to keep it. There's a lot of decks in this format that can completely wreck us based on this hand. Flooded Strand does not speak to any of them. Although, that does. Okay, so let's fire off this Fabled Passage first. Actually, I didn't really need to do that, but that's fine. This could get me a black. We have a Snow-Covered Forest in our hand for green. So we'll have access to Assassin's Trophy starting next turn. This is likely Bant Control, Bant Snowblade, or Blue-White. Yeah, okay, this is the maybe Jeskai Breach. Yeah. So we're going to try to get rid of this Emery if we can. Actually, we might have to leave it because they can, if we accelerate them with the Assassin's Trophy, they'll be able to breach combo us. So this is Definitely an example of our hand not quite lining up as well as we would like, but that is the downside of playing these sort of ponderous control decks in Modern. Babble. Mishra's Babble. All right, you got it. Enjoy the top card of my library. Not Teferi. Grinding Station. Sure. So now we cannot kill the Grinding Station without killing Emery first. Let's at least try to kill Emery here. If they decide to counter this, I'm pretty happy because then we get to Dead of Winter, and then assuming that we dodge the combo, we'll be okay here. Pay 3. I don't have 3 to pay in game. Thank you for the option, but seems unlikely. Would like Force of Negation. Off the top, please. I mean, that'll do. So if they have Underworld Breach, they will kill us. I think we're just supposed to Dead of Winter here. Tilt. Skidoosh. Man, Rock Lobster is really big for the era in which it was printed. Mystic Sanctuary, you got it. Rock Lobster is appreciably large. Don't breach me. Urza, sure. Yeah, Urza's good. They've got 5 mana if they want it. Please activate Urza. Oh, wow. Redundant Grinding Station, you got it. Man, that's so much mana. Do it, do it, do it. Spin that Urza, baby. Nice. Already played a land for this turn, and they just shuffled away their mystical, or their Metallic Rebuke. Sure. They have 4 mana available. I don't understand. Yeah, they figured it out. Well, that was interesting, opponent. Thank you for that. Okay, so with things as is, they will be able to spin their Urza. So I'm pretty sure what I'm supposed to do is Brazen Borrower the Construct, and then potentially Ashiok and unsummon the Urza next turn if they have no cards in hand again. So that's what we're going to do. I'll leave up blue-black. Doesn't really matter, but... Skadoosh. Get out of here, nerd. Grind yourself? Sure. Grind away. You already lost your Hall of Heliod's Generosity, so... Each card you grind makes you more and more my servant. What is your opponent's username? They have it. Opponent's username is Amiz. Amiz? A-M-I-Z? Amiz? 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 It's Amiz. Okay. Spin. 2. Uh-oh. That's not spin to win. Okay. Opponent keeps scaring the shit out of me. This is... So, Grinding Station with Urza is really sweet. I have never actually gotten that set up in the Urza decks I've played, but that's awesome. And because of this bobble, they're going to be able to draw a card on my turn. So they're probably, unless they spin the maximum number of times, they're probably going to have a card in their hand. Okay. Plans, good. Sure. I wish I had Ice-Fang and had left up my green. So let's cycle Sandbar. Womp womp. Still probably supposed to bounce the Urza. Sort of gonna slow them by the largest amount. Puts them down a card, and then we can Treefolk the token next turn, assuming that everything I'm gonna do is gonna resolve that. Let's get red because I don't have it yet. Skadoosh. Can't cast Metallic Rebuke right now. Out of here, nerd. Turn target non-land permanent, and then -7 is the ultimate on Ashiok, which I'm sure could come up in some game. Of course, at any point if they draw Underworld Breach, we are super dead. But it doesn't look like they did. So they're probably going to get 2 spins here. I think they could get 3. Bubble. Yeah, they'll get 2. They can get 3. We'll see how many they get. Muddle the mixture. Womp womp. Sorry, opponent. They're drawing multiple cards per turn, so we're actually in a little bit of trouble, but... Oh! Yeah, that's something. So... that will kill the construct next turn, assuming it doesn't get any bigger, because right now it's for 5. If I play my land first, it'll be for 6. So let's play Vista, Treefolk. Tap the construct. Oh, maybe they have Metallic Rebuke. Okay, good. I'm going to tap that. And we're going to make a 2/3 Nightmare. Nightmare! Alrighty. And we're going to rock on to their turn. So we're not doing as much as they are, but you know. Got a Nightmare token in play. That's pretty sweet, huh? They get the Breach. Oh, they got Teferi. That's really good. Bounce my Treefolk? Bounce your Astrolabe, probably. Oh, okay, so it's just over. Cool. Nice game. Both teams played hard. Okay, well, we were going to have a rough time in that game 1. Dead of Winter is not great here. Wrenn and Six, not great here. Nihil Spellbomb seems good. Abrupt Decay seems good. Ice-Fang Snack probably not so good. Force of Negation's okay. Ashiok, not that good. I need to be able to kill them relatively quickly. So I need 2 more ins or we stop cutting a little bit. Ashiok's not very good here, but can be okay. This Klothys ends games reasonably quickly. Let me just keep the snack, one of the snacks. So we do want a bit of graveyard removal, so I think these Nihil Spellbombs are okay. And then Klothys chews at the graveyard. Should be okay. We also can get rid of the Teferis with Abrupt Decay. Rock Slide Ambush. What? Why not give Niv a chance in this shell? You know, I probably should. The thing is, the Niv Mizzet package is 6 or 7 cards. So, hey, Cave Dan, welcome for the evening. So I'm reluctant to chunk that many cards into this archetype. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're definitely not. It's definitely something you can try. I think the appeal of playing this deck is instead of playing Niv, you're playing Jace, you're playing Abominable Treefolk, things of that nature. One or two of. Yeah, I was thinking about that. It just seems so ridiculous to play him as a one or two of, but I should do that. I should do that. Well, so the next list that we're going to play tonight is the full-on bonkers 5 colors version, and in the 5 color version, yeah, I definitely imagine that we could play 1 or 2, and it would be a pretty neat this top end to have. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, it's really hard to predict how Niv would perform in that slot, though, compared to the Treefolk, because the revealing 10 cards is really hard to predict. I mean, obviously we can do the math on what the averages are on the Niv flip, but there are enough gold cards, and like when I was building the 5 color version today, I was like, man, should probably just be a Niv Mizzet in here. And the Niv Mizzet deck is the reason that the other list looks the way it does, because Niv Mizzet made me fall in love with playing Wrenn and Six and Teferi Time Raveler. If I get blue here, I can bounce their Astrolabe, which is terrible. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So I think if they play Teferi Time Raveler, we're going to kill their Astrolabe in response. It's probably a right thing to do. Seems bonkers, but... Do I? But then I have to trophy. Yeah, this sucks, but it's fine. There's a chance they plus Teferi here. A new parallel reality is spawned. 1 card different from our current timeline. This is the Cave Dan reality. Oh, they went up to 8 cards in hand? Oh, you jerk. Why you gotta do that, huh? Why you gotta do that, huh? Freaking jerk over there. You guys seen this jerk off? Alright, blue. Where were you? Where were you? Oh, mercy. Alright. Get out of here, nerd. Nobody likes you. Oh boy. Max Amber. This means Emery. think out of all of the decks in this format that the 4-color snow pile has a little bit of trouble with, it's probably the Urza deck. Resolves. So we're gonna fire off Petty Theft here. Emre, why? That's quite the card. Wish I had my Dead of Winters now. I really do. They've discarded, or they milled multiple Mystical Disputes. So I want to hit one of my Nihil Spellbombs reasonably soon. The other version is playing Wheel of Sun and Moon. Ahoy hoy. Hey, how's it going, Roybert? Oh, how's it going, Larynx Punchworthy? We are back on the IceBURG deck with a few modifications. We're having a, as Dan would say, we're having a devil of the time with this Urza combo deck. They are going to eat us alive here in game 2. Could trophy Urza, but that doesn't feel great. Could see if they attack with it. Yeah. I think we need something like Leyline. Yeah. I guess they have so much mana I should have just trophied the Emery if I was planning on leaving it in play. But my colors are not quite good enough to also play Ice-Fang. Because if we get their Urza with Ice-Fang this turn, it'll be really good. I love that emoji, that emote. Just cute little bear, just giving me a wave. How's it going, buddy? All right, what do you got, nerd? That's the one. Yeah, that's the breach. All right, so we have trophy here. Yeah, that's the plan. Wait, there's no grinding station? What does this mean? They're gonna use it to play Teferi? Yeah. And then they have they can tap the bauble for mana and then bounce the bauble. Yeah. I wonder if they have a second one. I bet you they do. We get crushed anyway. Well, maybe not. If they do, bouncing that Astrolabe had no value. Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Oh, great. Yeah, so he would have died. Got it. Not surprised. So we're just completely screwed here, huh? Opponent just put us in a little box and ended us. I mean, they didn't activate their Hall of Heliod's Generosity, so I get to kill that. They didn't reset the breach. But Urza, Emery, and Teferi are just going to bury us with the rest of their board. Really wish I had a way to kill all that in one go. But that's okay. Sometimes you magic, and sometimes you get magicked. Okay. So I think we get green here and just jam Ice-Fang and Treefolk. I'm going to do that. I'll play the Ice-Fang first. Right now they can't immediately kill me. And Treefolk shuts down Emery for a turn, so that's kind of neat. They thought my turn was over. They are so not ready. Treefolk. Treefolk! It's an ant, and he's pissed and Canadian. All right, opponent. Hands off the wheel. Take the wheel, Bommy. Are you gonna add it's an ent and he's pissed and Canadian? Hey, look, it's like the Brazen Borrower's in my hand. Flip bobble, sure. I assume the snow means it's Canadian, like that's, or it's from the north. I assume Minnesota is a little bit. I had a dancer on my last ship who was from Minnesota, and she had that perfect Minnesotan accent. It was wonderful. She could dial it up a bit, dial it down a bit when she wanted to, but it was really, really funny. Okay. Crap. I don't like the look of this. Well, that's super useful. It's not. It's not useful at all. Go to combat. All right. What's the over-under on they block my Treefolk with Urza because they don't understand that mixed feelings on the Minnesota accent. The Minnesota accent's actually a lot. Yeah, well, it's so I've met people from Dallas, Texas, and they don't have any kind of Texan accent. They just sound basically like us. Yeah, 15 minutes away. But that's what it's really like. So I'm from Toronto, but if you go like 2 hours north, all of a sudden you get into Northern Ontario, quote unquote, and they're like, oh yeah, we're coming down into Toronto, we do a bit of hunting out there, so it's a little bit cold in the winter, but it's all right. So they got Mystical Dispute in their hand. They managed to bounce my Treefolk, which is a pain in the butt. But we should be able to trophy this Teferi. So get out of here, nerd. Sure. Okay. I can upkeep, kill their Urza, and with Force backup. I know they have Mystical Dispute in their hands. I don't really want to do that. I would rather cast the trophy when I have more mana up. Yeah, so that's what Northern Ontario sounds like, Dan. And it actually sounds a lot like, as far as what I've understood, that Minnesota and sounds like. Oh, geez, the second grinding station. It's so good with Urza. Should have kept the Dead of Winters in. We didn't listen. We didn't listen. Right, and I have a feeling it's due to a shared sort of historical heritage. Like it's probably a bunch of European settlers that had, you know, different accents, and then the holdout is similar. Repeal X0. Sure. Cool play. Oh, this is the Menguchi version. Got it. This is the new Menguchi version. Seems very slick. I have a screenshot of this deck somewhere, so I can try playing it later this week. Seems very, very strong when it's not breaching. They have 7 cards in hand. This is just so frustrating. Oh my god, another bottle. Why? Why? I don't want to play anymore. Dan, my opponent's taking all the game actions. Can't it just be over? Grinding station. Oh, great! Now they've got 3. I have to keep playing. Yeah, it's non-deterministic. And I have a Force of Negation in hand that I can cast. And a Assassin's Trophy. Like, it's not like I have few cards. I clearly should have brought in the 3-drop Ashiok, because at this point they'd be very close to decking. Remember when I was my older teens, the Rush documentary of what is it, Limelight, Beyond the Lighted Stage came out, and there's a scene where they're like interviewing people in line for a Rush concert, and they really sound like that, like from Northern Ontario, and they're just like, oh yeah, you know, we drove in down here, so it's pretty gonna be a pretty great concert, you know. Mox Hammer. Why? It's more. More. Why is it more? Clearly should have trophied the Urza and just forced it through with Force of Negation. But they definitely got another Urza in their hand, right? Like that has to be one of the cards. So it's almost 0 value. Oh, now they flipped another Urza. Well, I guess this means they don't necessarily have as many. And this doesn't untap the grinding stations. Oh wait, it does! It's bigger than my Treefolk. Alright. Is Null Rod legal in this format? I know Collector Roof is legal in this format. Breach. Oh, okay. There it is. So I have to force this? I have to force this because then I can pay. I guess I could let it resolve and then trophy and then force the dispute. But that lets them get more mileage, and then I use 2 cards. Skadoosh. Dispute me, baby. And they're going down to like no cards in deck. This seems like a very strange choice given that their Hall of Heliod's Generosity... No, they hadn't... Did they mill it this game? Yeah, they milled it this game. I knew they lost it again. Oh shit. Gonna attack me for 1. What do I do? And then how many Teferis have they gone through? Just 2? I wonder if they're playing the 3rd one. I bet they are. Okay. So I think we gotta sit, because I gotta be able to block this construct. And I want to kill Urza, but I don't think I can actually kill Urza, because if I do, I'm going to immediately lose to a breach. They're only through 2, so they should have 2 more. Didn't you field the... I did field the Hall. That's why they lost it this game. That's right. That makes sense. Astrolabe. If we make it to game 3, they're really going to have a problem with clock. I'm every move. It's all in me. Explosives, sure. I guess the problem is if they breach and they're smart, they're going to play a second breach. Or if they have enough mana, they probably have like Cryptic in hand. Play a Leeb from the graveyard, sure. Resolves. Okay. Let it end. Let it end! What's in the breach? Are they playing Teferi first? I bet they are. That'd be funny. Yeah, I think they should have played a second breach here. There it goes. This is gotta be a Cryptic. I will be right back, folks. We'll get into match the second. Definitely might be worth considering some mystical disputes if the Urza combo decks are popular. Deals with Teferi and Urza reasonably well. Downside, we never had any Force of Negations where we really could have used them, so that was kind of tricky, but... Do 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 do. All right. Match the second on the play against UFB 90. So there's a reasonable shot at drawing an untapped land for turn 2. And we've got a Force of Negation. So I think I want to take the gamble on that. So blue is the most common color in the deck. Multiple blue cards in my hand. Downside of Astrolabe Snow-Covered Island Astrolabe here is that we could draw Wrenn and Six and the other color, but looks like we'll be safe from that. Should be able to hit. Okay. I played a league earlier today. The league was Grull, Burn, Tron, Green Tron. So we hit the whole modern rainbow. Like, this was exactly the situation I was thinking of. Untapped non-green land into Wrenn and Six. This is okay, because... Is this okay? It's okay-ish. We get to play stuff. So you can play Ice-Fang or Drown the Loch here. So, more than likely going to have to play Ice-Fang. I doubt Drown is going to be live here. Unless they play a 1-drop on turn 2, which is less than likely. Tap Stomping Ground. That's so slow. Alright. I'll take it. Slow is my speed. If your red-green deck is trying to go bigger than me, I got some bad news for you, Buster. Okay, Vista and can play Wrenn and Six and get that going. Still Force Negation up if we do that. I think it's worth doing. This has got to be Grull, right? And then we can get Wrenn and Six going next turn without going shields down. So that's probably worth doing. Sure. Leave the snake back for now. Snake back. Okay. Nice bolt. It's got to be Blood Moon. Sprawl. Sprawl's fine. Now Blood Moon. Or Magus. Either one will be great. And hilarious. Clothis. That's a pain in the butt. So I could field one of their Stomping Grounds, but I won't have enough mana to deal with that. So, all right. Well, luckily, we are now playing my new version, which has more ways to deal with this, including the triple blue. Okay, I should diversify my colors for now. Still have a Cryptic in the deck. We also have Ashiok, and we also have Brazen Borrower. So this is exactly what we're looking for. So let's see how she runs. Perfect. It's actually pretty good. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, Nightmare. Well, Nightmare Muse. Okay. I don't need to play Wrenn and Six this turn, but I probably will. Let's fetch red or black. We can fetch black here. I probably should have fielded them at end of step instead of playing this Ice-Fang. We'll see how much we get beat up for that. Do you have Force live? Force probably pitches Snapcaster Mage. Going for 5. If this is Glorybringer, we get beat up a little bit. Okay. That's good. Bloodbraid? Bloodbraid, sure. What did you flip? Boy, that's rough. Wait, we have a Dead Winter? Yeah, we're good. Actually, is this going to wake up Klothys? This is, isn't it? We're going to do the thing again, aren't we? Hilarious. Yeah. Wow. I'm never going to get tired of this, I don't think. Do I need to block? Oh. Yes, I do. So we'll still have 5 snow next turn, assuming that I'm careful. So, bye, little Coatl. You did Ashiok's work. Godspeed, little doodle. Okay. Godspeed, little doodle. All right. So passage, we've got X equals 5 for our Dead of Winter. It's becoming increasingly like, and that's how I killed the god, with the bitter cold of a Canadian winter. Jeez, it's cold as my stepmom's teeth out here, you know? Jesus Christ. It's pretty cold out there. Did you see that Dead of Winter, Roy? That was super. Just super. That was a good one. I tell you. That cold air comes blowing in off Lake Simcoe. It's really quite something, you know. That's a toughie. Scoos. No. I don't think anything else you could have for 2 mana could be all that bad. And yeah. Really? Arbor Elf against the Wrenn and Six. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you how to live your life. Donk. Skidoosh. Alright. Okay. Sure. Do I Uro? Can I escape Uro? Probably supposed to just Uro. I don't. If I tap like that, I don't have the colors. Well, I'm not gonna have the colors anyway. Whoops. That's fine. We're just gonna snap for Adrenaline Lock if we need to. Not even close to exaggerating the accent. No, that's really what it sounds like. I always find the go-to word for the Canadian accent is super. Oh, super. Oh yeah, it's a good one. Clothis on Clothis violence. I think that's what we're about here. I think this is largely good. I think the forces aren't that great. Probably cut one trophy. One Royal Scions, because the Clothis is kind of like the Scions here. Think that's a Clothis? No, this is a Clothis. I love my thick girl. I think we have a good enough main deck. I think I'd rather have the Scions than the third push. Maybe the third Dead of Winter? Or the fourth Dead of Winter? Maybe 4 Dead of Winters out of the sideboard is excessive. Let's try it this way, see if we... So, Scions is the Dead of Winter. Let's say the Scions is the Dead of Winter. Although Roy, you'd be really proud of some of the games we played earlier. There was a 2 Tron players, and I just handled both of them basically with turn 2 Wrenn and Six, turn 3 field, turn 4 field, turn 5 field, turn 6 field. Scions helping Clothis online. We don't want that. Then it'll die to our Dead of Winter. Haven't you seen the failure? We must learn from my opponent's failure. Mustn't kill time, Roy. You must cherish it. Seize the day. I think it's more the fact that I looped endless Field of Ruins that I thought you'd be most proud of. Okay, so turn 1 elf with this Wrenn and Six in my hand is kind of tricky. Because I want to play this Vista, because that keeps me safe from pillage. However, I would also like to get this Astrolabe into play. So we could top deck another color, which means that we get to cast Wrenn and Six next turn. So we could top deck green or red, or another Vista, and that'll get us to Wrenn and Six. I think making the potential of... Yeah, that's actually how one of the games felt like. Field of... Wait, no, where are you going, opponent? I had more Field of Ruins. Oh. So what are we doing here? I think because I only have 2 lands in my hand, I think I have to lead on Vista. So this is punished by turn 2 Clothis, although not that badly. Or Blood Moon, although Blood Moon is, again, not super awful. So let's see what they got. Sprawl. Ah, yes. Turn 2 Chandra, or Bloodbraid Elf. Please don't Bloodbraid Elf into Pillage. Actually, that would be okay. That'd be kind of funny. Chandra, okay. That's a good one. I'll take my 2. Okay, so we're just going to take our draw step here. Really, I boarded out all my Force of Negations, but that obviously is a little punishing here. Okay, I can trophy the Chandra. Could also play a land, trophy the Sprawl in response to targeting it with the Elf, but I think That's insane. I think maybe I'm supposed to jam Drown and Loch into their elf here, but I guess I could let them plus their Chandra. That doesn't feel great, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to trophy them at end of turn so they don't get to use this mana. We really gotta hope the rest of their hand is not too good. Why is this so tough? It's because I boarded out the Force of Negation, isn't it? This is my fault. Let's just trophy it now. See how bad it gets. If there's a second Chandra, it's fine. If there is Glorybringer, that's also not the greatest, but okay. If there's a Pillage, that's like the worst. They don't know it, but it'd be really, really good. They have 6 mana. Scooze. Scooze is fine. Scooze is not dangerous at all right now. Sure. Eat it up, baby. So you're not doing anything else this turn. Sick. Double sick. Alright, well that worked out. So, land... Labe. Trigger. Yeah, that's a draw. I think I have to wait for a turn. There is a good chance we just get to sneak their Scooze here, which is good. Man, this is the all ramp no payoff draw from them. All right, let's see if they have a bolt, maybe. Huh. Well, I'll take it. We take these here. Skadoosh. Wow. Sometimes your opponent has it all, and it's nowhere near good enough. Weird. Weird. Gambled and won. Okay. Just going to wait here with the sort of maximum resources ready to go. I think the way they scooped right out. That's brutal. All right. Sorry, opponent. 2-0 Gruul. That's how we do it, baby. I mean, they booted up their Clothis into the Dead of Winter in the first game, which obviously, I think Dead of Winter being a relatively unknown card is really good against these roll decks right now. Oh, the Nightmare Hand. All right. We're going to keep this. We do eventually get to play this Wrenn and Six. That's what they call in Florida the eventual Wrenn and Six. We could get to play it on turn 2 if we rip a Vista. Prismatic Vista. I gotta watch more Stryfo playing Legacy. Plays the challenge every Sunday and streams it, and he's basically playing this deck but in Legacy. Obviously, Wrenn and Six is banned, but it's like a pile of IceBURG cards and 1-ofs. The archetype is Punishing Thieves in Legacy. It's super, super sweet. Inquisition, sure. Well, that's not great. But we've got these 2 redraws, so maybe it's okay. Take my arrow. Do it. Do it. Come on, you freaking nerd. See that girl. Watch that scene. Dig in the dancing queen. Who doesn't like Icelandic pop group? They did discard my Uro. Well, that's just madness. I don't understand what's going on. So we're going to get Forest here. I think that's right. Labe. Trigger. Field. Filter. Lab. And Force of Negation. Well, I'll take it. Hey, do you think we're going to be able to Field of Ruin the black-red deck into submission? Oh, Jund. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What do you got, nerd? Wrenn and Six? Goif. Sure. That's a thick boy. There's a sorcery in the graveyard, so I could Dead of Winter and just kill that. And Liliana doesn't bother me. So I'll have a Wrenn and Six to follow it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just fire off this Dead of Winter here and kill the Goif. Nothing else in this hand is like particularly appealing. Ice-Fang to block the Goif is obviously good. It's unlikely to work. I don't know, what's the over-under on them not having a Bolt or a Push in hand? They've got 5 cards. They've got 6, so it's like 1 in 10 basically, because they play 6 of those. Two pushes, 4 bolts. So it's like a 1 in 10 shot that they have in a hand. I don't think that's a great gamble. Let's just Winter. Snack. No, that's what I mean. I mean, if they fire off targeted discard, we get snake in response, so that's fine. Just killing the snake before I block is the problem. I mean, obviously, if they fire off the discard, they're gonna see the Ice-Fang, but that's fine. They need to have both in that. I'm just gonna Dead of Winter. I don't think it's worth holding on to. It's unlikely the snake will be a removal spell for the Goif. I agree. Hopefully this isn't Cave Dan's Faithless version with main deck Ashiok. I don't want to get main deck Ashioked. Please, Liliana the Veil me. Do it. Do it right now. I will discard this redundant Wrenn and Six happily. Excuse! Oh, that's so bad. Explains why they let me have the Uro. Okay. We are family. Oh, no, sister, me. We are family. Okay, cool. Pass the turn. Bloodbraid. Alright. Goif. Woof! Alright, so we gotta find another Dead of Winter. Got it. And I only have 2 left. Snap would be good also, too, because we're about to kill their Scoos. We're gonna get to go Ice-Fang, Kolaghan's Command Ice-Fang, though? Actually, no, we're good here. We're good here. Man, I love playing Grixis Control. You like Grixis Control? I like Grixis Control. I love Grixis Control. This is about to be a small massacre. Obviously, you can't play, or you don't play Ice-Fang Coatl in Grixis Control. But the joke is we're playing Kolaghan's Command and we're going to get insane amounts of value here. That's the joke. Oh, I love this card. Oh, I love that card. Jace getting me all hot and bothered. Getting all hot and bothered for Jace. We get to do all of it in instant speed. That's completely busted. If you like Grixis control that much, why don't you marry it? I would. I would. I love like Grixis control is great. IceBURG is better. Liliana's great. Thank you. I love this. I love everything about this. Can we do this more? I like this. I just discard the Fabled Passage, right? I'm just gonna pick it back up. Blame it on the sunshine. Blame it on the moonlight. Blame it on the good times. Just blame it on the bouquet. Blame it on the moonlight. Blame it on the good times. Let's blame it on the bouquet. So because I drew an Ice-Fang Coatl, I get to make this play a little bit differently. Because we're going to be able to block here. And then after I've declared blockers. So maybe they were like, yeah, this is the exact situation I was hoping for. So they were like, oh, they blocked the Tarmogoyf, but hey, I'm not going to bolt it beforehand. Because, no, why didn't they bolt it before? I think that was just flat wrong from them. They should have just bolted it before I declared it as a blocker. But whatever. We're going to get paid off. I can let that die. And then we go return target creature and shock. I just can't control my feet. I just can't control my feet. I just can't. Do sunshine, moonlight, good times, boogie. Okay, so I think we're just gonna play Jace and then defend my board with Ice-Fang. So I could unsummon the Goyf, or I could Fate Seal them. Fate Sealing them protects my Jace from potential Lightning Bolt. Oh, they already fired off one there. You'll pick many a bean. So this is a tough one. I think any mode on Jace is pretty correct here. Fate Seal's probably the most correct. Because it gives me the most control over their side of things. And the most insurance. Bob. Bob's completely fine. No, you can draw Bob. Draw him away. Please play Bob into my Wrenn and Six. I would love that. It'd just be delicious. I like some Dark Confidant on the side. Okay. You know I have an Ice-Fang Coatl in my hand. You know I have Ice-Fang Coatl in my hand. Just... You know I have Ice-Fang. So we're going to discard a redundant Wrenn and Six this turn because I don't want to pick up my land for... They're still going to... Okay. I mean, they did get their Goyf big enough. And then we're hoping to draw another Dead of Winter. Oh, or that. That's fine. We do eventually have to worry about the Liliana ult. Could be this turn. We'll see what we draw. So I have a fetch land. So although I have a field to shuffle if I want to do something else. So let's just brainstorm first. This is a great draw. Because that means Trophy can go there, Snake goes here. Wrenn and Six can go on top. And Vista? Yeah, I don't need that at all. And I can shuffle those away and go one card deeper if I want, but I don't need to. So let's play Fabled Passage, Ping, Bob, Field, the Peatland, and then Trophy the Liliana. How are my colors? Good. Can use another forest. Another forest isn't gonna go miss, you know. It'd be alright. Kill Liliana. And then we're good to go. Good to go. And I've shuffled my library now, so I don't need to crack this Fabled Passage to do so. Although I probably will crack it before I Ice-Fang and cycle Lonely Sandbar. Okay. What if... Hear me out, opponent. What if more Ice-Fang Coatl? How's your Goyf? Is he a happy camper? Huh? Huh? Snake. Surprise snake. More Goyfs? Holy crap. Nice draw. I guess their infinite Goyf line beats my infinite Ice-Fang line. Or does it? It doesn't. I was meant to cycle that. Okay, we'll be fine. So let's grab Field, because I actually think I can start fielding them off lands pretty soon. We've shuffled, so let's brainstorm. Hey. All right. Top arrow under snap. Play Astrolabe. Play Treefolk. And to end them? Question mark. Yeah, I think should end them nicely. He's a brick house. He's mighty. I'm just letting it all hang out. Oh, come on. No, come back, opponent. I was going to crack you for 12. Man. On the flip side, for Cave Dan's reference, yes, Niv would have been fine there. Yeah, we'll see. I'll put together a list for Snow Niv. I will put together a list for Snowy Niv. Okay, Cloth is definitely good in the Jund matchup, and I think Nihil Spellbomb is the right amount of graveyard hate. Ashiok is definitely too much. I think we want Dead of Winter, and maybe we'll want Fatal Push. Force of Negation again probably goes out here. Abrupt Decay also is fine. Probably better than Trophy, generally speaking. I think this is a little too chonk. I think Cryptic is too... No, I want a good number of Haymakers in my deck. Maybe I don't need the 4th Dead of Winter. It's probably excessive. Brazen Borrower is definitely not great. And then... Two Fatal Push is probably fine. No, I mean Snow... I mean the snow control deck that is playing 1 or 2 Niv Mizzets is the idea. So you're right. Niv Mizzet usually plays... Yeah, Niv Mizzet usually plays the snow base, but this is a snow control deck that has a Niv or 2 in it. As a sort of like... You know how Niv plays against Jund a lot of the time, where you're just like playing value cards and then boom, you get the Niv and you go way over the top? Yeah. In answer to your rules question that I just read, Roy, so Blightsteel has a replacement effect versus the Eldrazi, which have a put into the graveyard from anywhere effect, which weirdly enough So zone change triggers look back in time in order to figure out what they're going to do. But put into the graveyard from anywhere is not a normal zone change trigger. Yeah. Well, but then so do dies triggers trigger from the yard too. How's this hand? This is fine. We fetch green on 1, and then we're off to the races. We don't have black yet, but this should be okay against Jund. Really don't want to mulligan against Jund anyway. So. Turn 1, nothing, you say. I do feel like this deck is kind of the Jund concept, but as applied to 4 colors. Yep. Good play. Can I draw one of those, please? Can I draw that? I would like to draw this. This is the card I would like to draw. That'll do. So I could have Ice-Fang this turn, or I can play Fabled Passage and Spellbomb. Fabled Passage gets me 2 black mana. Having 2 Spellbomb without black up is like not the best. Okay. This is definitely the right way for them to set up to beat this deck. Especially if they have the Liliana the Veil follow-up. We didn't have a Wrenn and Six this game. But it's hard for us to mulligan to Wrenn and Six because mulliganing against the Thoughtseize deck is real bad. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, I think we're discarding Field here. I don't need this right now. Or for the foreseeable future, really. This is going to be a problem, though. Playing any creatures out is going to be rough. Need to find an Abrupt Decay and go Abrupt Decay, snap Abrupt Decay. Okay. Push. Nice. That is relatively good for me. Womp womp. It's actually the best way to draw that. But, so play that. Okay, I think I'm popping the Spellbomb here. Cool. we weren't going to be able to cast Drown the Loch here anyway, so. All right. Am I discarding Drown the Loch? Probably. Doesn't seem to be doing anything anytime soon. Yeah, that's a play. Wow, that's so good. Wow. All right. Let's draw Dead of Winter. Let's do it right now. I'm available for birthday parties. I'm going to take the 3 off of the Bloodbraid Elf. I'm going to Dead of Winter their board and then ding their Liliana, because I guess that's considerably more dangerous. Right on time, baby. Right on time. Alright, I think I'll play Astrolabe first. Still pretty interested in picking up that Abrupt Decay. Yeah. Okay. Attack Liliana. Bye, friends. This deck really likes to give me the Dead of Winters when I need them. Oh, that's so frustrating. Why now? Okay. So we're dead to the Ultra Dream Team Wrenn and Six Liliana. Yeah. Good for you. Shoot. Would really like to rip some Abrupt Decays. Yep. Okay. Vista. As medium as Fabled Passage has kind of been in this game, it has been great not to lose any life. Like, bringing the lands into play tapped is obviously a cost, but... Okay, so Passage, crack the Passage... Island, Wrenn and Six, pick up Field of Ruin, Drown the Loch is the most interesting card in these lists. How does the Shuffle Clause circumvent that? So it sees something with no... Yeah, so I think it's because it's put into the graveyard from anywhere, it doesn't look back in time for the trigger. It just looks at the card in the graveyard. It doesn't look at where it was or what it was beforehand. Because dies is a specific zone change trigger of from the battlefield to the graveyard. So it needs to sort of see both parts. But because it's put into the graveyard from anywhere, there's basically, those are treated differently. A clone of Emrakul, like the card clone on Emrakul, does not shuffle. Right. But like a clone arrives in the graveyard as clone. However, a token copy of Emrakul will cause your graveyard to trigger and shuffle in. Okay, Jace? I mean, if I was going to draw anything, it's like almost good enough. They're at 9. So basically all I have to do is keep this Klothys. Klothys plus like 2 lands probably does quite well here. Just cares where it ends up. Exactly. Exactly. That's how that do. All right, opponent. Alt your Liliana. Do it. Okay. I'm on jazz hands over here, so that's fine. Jazz hands. Please keep cracking your Nurturing Peatland. Do it. Woo, Klothys. Yeah, Klothys is great. Okay, we're gonna eat their Tireless Tracker, Bloodbraid Elf. Bloodbraid Elf comes back with haste. Let's eat the live a life out of that. Fire off this Arcum's Astrolabium. Draw a card. I'll take it. Might incentivize them to activate. I like that is quote number 1. I really appreciate that that's quote number 1. He was number 1. Thoughtseize? Please Thoughtseize. Aww. Inquisition, you freaking nerd. Whichever pile is the Klothys pile, I'm keeping that pile. Oh, crap. Yep. I did the Moto misplay. I immediately snapped it off and did the Moto misplay instead of reading Liliana the Veil. My bad. It's cool. We're going to be fine. That is so unbelievably unfortunate. I mean, it's not unfortunate, but rather have that happen in a league than elsewhere. I don't think we can out from here. Just sad because I'm pretty sure... I'm going to stick in this game for 2 more turns and see if they would die. But I'm inclined to believe we would have just won. Computers. I mean, it's user error, right? It just should be more intuitive than that, I guess. Or it should have a giant, like, warning that says, this is... Yeah, they almost take... Exactly. Like, this is the pile you're going to sacrifice. This is the pile you're not going to sacrifice. And I'm sure in the tiny little text box over here it does that. Oh, don't you draw step, Kolaghan's Command me. This is a great draw. So on this turn they'd be at 2, by the by. Yeah. And I think we would have killed them. Like 10 out of 10 pretty much. But it does prove that Klothys works here. They go to 4. Goodness gracious. They discard Boil. Good to know, actually. So user error, would have won that game. It's cool. We'll take game 3. Okay. Think. Push out. Get these forces back in. Not the Nihil Spellbombs at all. It seemed really awkward there. I feel like force on the cards that use the graveyard is maybe better. Then again, Spellbomb wipes out Croxes, so maybe the split is good. Kind of like the same question as the Dead of Winter is like. It's good to have a little. I agree with quote 23. All right, I think I'm happy with this. We just really want to have Wrenn and Six early. Not have such clunky mana. We never drew an Abrupt Decay, which we really kind of would have used there. Okay, that's a tough one. I think this is a keep. It's really rough on mana, but I think this is a keep. This doesn't play any magic, does it? I have to ship this down, alright. Yeah. That's completely unkeepable. Yeah. At least my opponent mulled to 6. That's the best one so far. If we make it to turn 2. Okay, so I think we keep this and we go bottom. Actually, with this hand, because I'm going to be recurring the land a bunch of times, I'd rather have Fabled Passage here because that gets me to Wrenn and Six anyway. So if they have turn 1 discard, I get pretty beat up. But other than that, we can be okay. So let's just dodge the Thoughtseize. Don't do it. Have a heart. Yes. Oh, shoot. Man. The last couple days, I have just been all over the place. I cannot get my brain in gear. I don't know. Well, might be good enough here. So unfortunate. We're going to Wrenn and Six into Royal Scions. It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. I mean, if we just curve out Planeswalkers, it's going to be pretty good. Alright, at the end of their turn, I intend to search my library for an island. A snow-covered island. Liliana? Not Liliana. Liliana, okay. It's going to discard the swamp, I think. No. Field of Ruin? No, swamp. Yeah, swamp. I feel like we need a reasonable density of those within the 100 quotes if we're going for 100 quotes, because those kind of quotes are what we're going to need in the worst of times. In the darkest timeline. When we look to / quote for strength. That's a pretty good pickup, huh? Alright. Let's pick the swamp back up. Field Scions. So Scions is really good. Because Scions is such a quick clock in terms of getting to ultimate. Motivational quotes, yeah. I am turning the snakes on. I turn the snakes on almost every game now. I used to be bad at turning the snakes on, but I got my stuff together. It turns out Astrolabes are great at turning on snakes. Okay. This kind of sucks. But I basically knew this was coming. I think I'm pitching Ice-Fang here. And then if they have Inquisition, they can't get Ashiok. So we'll see what they've got here. Bloodbraid would be pretty good. Wrenn and Six is fine. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go pick up a land. Use Swamp. Scions. Dump the island. I think I want to trophy Liliana and Field of Ruin instead of my other options. What do you say, Roy? Trophy Liliana plus Field of Ruin? Is that what we're at? Is that where we're at? I think that's good. Because if I Ashiok, bounce the Liliana, I lose my Nightmare token. If I Ashiok plus, they can Edict me and swing with Raging Ravine. That's fine. And I'm just supposed to play Ashiok and plus. That seems really, really, really good. Ashiok plus? I think Ashiok plus. I think there's very little in their deck that can sort of stomp me for that. And then I have Trophy to discard. Or sorry, I'm Astrolabe to discard to Liliana. Taking up Ashiok. Yeah, I think so too. So this gives me a chump blocker for Raging Ravine if they take that line. We have a card that is not Assassin's Trophy to discard here. We either have Push. Push into attack would be pretty good here. But they can't kill any of my Planeswalkers, so that's fine-ish. The Ravine won't kill any of them. Like Edict into Raging Ravine attack is pretty okay. Bloodbraid and Edict would probably be okay too. I love that you are technically allowed to Ashiok minus on one of your own permanents. They're going with the gamble, huh? They even plus Liliana first. Oh, that's a good hit. I mean, it's not that good, but that's a good hit. Is it? That's not good enough, but it's good. It's alright. I'll take it. You know, could be, it's like a 50-50. Alright. I think they're going to go after Scions here, if I had to guess. Blizzard Spectre. Do you have like the list like accessible, like where you can look at it? Because that was pretty slick, where you knew which one that was. They still have a land draw? No, they don't. Why not? Didn't they have a fetch? They never had a fetch. Okay, so now that I don't need to make land drops anymore, I can insulate myself from Liliana, although we're not really planning on... Okay, so let's go pick up a land. Island is good, because I can discard this stuff I need to. plus Scions. Discard a Vista. Make token. Play land, trophy the Liliana while they're tapped down. We have Field of Ruin for Raging Ravine if we need it. Do you pull up the quote list actually? I don't. I have great friends. That's all I can say to that. I have wonderful, wonderful friends. I'm such a lucky human. I really am. Nice Inquisition, friendo. Yeah. I mean, I usually see you do it. I wasn't sure if you just like left it up. Okay, second Bloodbraid is pretty good. Into Liliana of the Veil. That is amazing. Great flip. But they can't knock down all my Planeswalkers. Yeah. That's a really good flip. Jeez. Man. I can stop both the Royal Scions and Wrenn and Six from ulting here. They're not attacking the Scions. That's such a huge punt. They're not killing any of them? That's insane. Oh, okay. Wrenn and Six. Good for them. I'm glad they saw the line. It's a good quote. It's a good quote. All right. So that's all right. So let's pick up a land. Plus the Scions. I'm gonna hit Dead of Winter. That would be really good. That's not that thing. Could still get there though. Play Spellbomb. Play Vista, crack Vista, Spellbomb, draw a card. Yeah. I'm gonna start trying to play a little more swiftly. Jeez. Woof. Man, why you gotta do me like this, deck? You have so many good cards in you. There's so many good cards in this deck. Please attack with Raging Ravine this turn. Please. Have a heart. Do it. Do it. Also, don't have removal again for my Nightmare token. Like, just once. You already ticked down Wrenn and Six. I ticked up Wrenn and Six because I'm an idiot. Good catch. I ticked up Wrenn and Six. Yeah, that was a mistake. So, definitely protecting Ashiok. And Wrenn and Six can go to 1 here if they want. Trigger. Nightmare! What'd I get? Something good? Thoughtseize plus Sigmar. It's alright. Wow, that's so brutal. Could you please stop? Jeez, they're just drawing non-stop insanity over there. Alright, this turn, because they have enough mana left up, I'm just going to fire this field off at end of turn. Man, their draws have been insane. So they've got another Bloodbraid in their hand? Jeez Louise. Okay. So Wrenn and Six pinging this turn is not so good. Let's pick up this forest. I got one more shot at this. That's almost something. Discard that. have another Bloodbraid, though. Jeez Louise. So hopefully they mess up their sequencing here. We're going to lose Wrenn and Six, I think, but we could get to keep Scions on 8 if they screw up the sequence. Okay. Yeah. Please stop being so insane with your cascades. That is fine. That is an acceptable cascade. They haven't activated either of their planeswalkers yet, which I needed them to do. Yeah, it's all right. Maybe we can draw one of our haymakers now. Maybe two. I get 2 draws this turn, so I would really appreciate being able to draw a haymaker here. Jeez, come on, come on. Oh, that is a way to lose a game. This is a way to lose a game. We had 3 planeswalkers all basically on ultimate and did not get there. Croc says, sure. That's fine. Every time they Bloodbraided, they flipped into insanity until this time. This one was only okay. I think I still get to keep Scions for 1 more turn, so there's still a chance. Okay, that's good. Also good. So I can trophy. I can Dead of Winter and then snap trophy. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Can't do it if I tap like that. Couldn't do it anyway. I don't have double black. Is there anything left for me to play that I can't actually play here? Nope. All right. So we're just gonna play Ambush Viper on their turn. See how they sequence here. KCOM. Jeez. Just non-stop fire in their hand. All right. Well, complaining isn't gonna get me anywhere. You don't have BB, don't fret. Yeah. But they correctly sequenced every single turn. They have, like, they just never stumbled on their sequence here. Which, I mean, good for them, but it's just really tilting. Because we were so close. It feels like we should have had this, but they just were so tight. So tight. Because now they get to go ping, and then play the Bloodbraid, and then swing in for free. I've never played against Jund getting to do this chaining Bloodbraid, but it is really good. And like I don't know if they perfectly sideboarded or what, because they never seem to flip Fatal Push or Bolts off of these Bloodbraids when it wasn't any good. So, well done them. Well done them. Definitely playing the game well. And our deck refused to draw good cards for a good long while. So we punted away game 2. Think that was definitely a win. And then we couldn't draw a lot of the cards we needed there in game 3. But then's the breaks. Still some really good interactive Magic. I mean, it happens. They drew crazy well in that game. That was unreal in some spots. Because they were top decking with us, and they just, they did the Jund thing. Well, Ashiok versus Field Trophy turn. Yeah, it kind of did. The Ashiok was really good. They just they had the perfect draws through it nonstop. It was crazy how well they drew off of all of that. They had like Bloodbraid into like another Liliana or something like that. It was really, really good. Okay, that is a very slow opening hand. On the play, let me keep this on the play. We can play anything we draw. Basically, we got Uro into possibly Ashiok. Should be pretty neat. Growl, 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 growl. Scroll. Yep. On white. Okay, so this might be Naya. Oh, black here. Not a bad draw. Yeah, this is going to be the Naya deck. What is this? Rakdos. Okay, makes sense. Arbor Elf. Nice. And Stoneforge? Double nice. Go get your Batter Skull. Okay. So we're going to want a Dead of Winter sooner than later. Right there. Nope. Alright, fair enough. So, Forest, Arrow. Okay. Calm down, little deck. We do not need to draw every single Astrolabe. Arbor Elf attack. Really? Seems pretty free. Jam Ashiok, make a blocker. They can attack for 6 if they have a bolt or a path to remove the Nightmare. Can Astrolabe and then play Jace as a 4-mana Brainstorm, which might be what I need to do here. I have enough ways to recoup against this deck, so I think this is fine. Throwing Jace under the bus here is fine. Okay, so don't need field anytime soon. Jace dying gets me to sure. So that means playing Ashiok would have been pretty poor there. Good. Excellent. Grateful we haven't run into any Narset Partner Veils. Well, that card is generally not very good in Modern, so. The last time I played Narsets in a deck list, it did not go great. But I was playing Blue Moon. Blue Moon is not a good deck for me. Oh no. They natty drew Sword of Feast and Famine. Man, that sucks. Okay, so you really need to hit... Okay. Your lands were going to untap anyway, friend. Okay. I guess I can Ashiok bounce the Batterskull. Probably buys me a good amount of time. Yeah. This sword is really, really bad. See, we need the Dead of Winter, but we know we're not going to draw it. It's not in the top cards. I have a fetch land on top. I can get Uro back out, but this just goes through it. I can get Uro out and play Wrenn and Six. That's probably what we're going to do. Get Wrenn and Six, pick up that. Or just discard the second Uro. Discard the second Uro. That's fine. So, Forest. Play Uro. Uro can't block the Germ, I am aware. I think I'd rather leave the Lonely Sandbar, because I don't really need more mana right now. Trigger. Draw. I guess I could play Scions. Probably Wrenn and Six Astrolabe is better though. Okay. Yeah, you actually knew what the line was before I figured out what the line was, because I'm bad. Question is, how much do they want to commit to killing my Wrenn and Six? Germ attack me makes sense. Germ attack Wrenn and Six is way better for me. Thank you, opponent. No, because you're stressed. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Kolaghan's Command's a pretty good pickup. See, Kolaghan's Command's a really good pickup. This card is disgusting. Holy crap. Sorry, the way that scaled up was amazing. Thank you, game. Thank you, Magic the Gathering, for giving me the opportunity to experience that. Clip it, Roy. Clip it. All right. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can play Ashiok, bounce the Batterskull. They do have Stoneforge Mystic. Probably should just attack with Uro before I do any of this. And then I could shatter the sword if they block with that. Shatter the sword, kill the Stoneforge, play the Ashiok, bounce the Batterskull. But with no Germ token, I don't need to do that there. Shatter the sword, shock the Stoneforge seems good. I could just do that before I attack. Because then I can play Ashiok, bounce the Batterskull, and attack them. Yeah. Okay, cool. Figured it out. So, destroy target artifact and shock. That is sword and Stoneforge. Hey, it's that thing that I always wanted to do when Stoneforge came back. Cool. Now we can attack. Trigger. Untap land. Hey, that looks like another Kolaghan's Command to me. Man, depending on how they block this, could be a massacre. They didn't block at all. That is a small massacre. Okay, so we're not going to feed them the Ashiok now, because they would get to kill Ashiok afterwards if we did that. So now we get to just snap KCOM, which is gross, because I have neither red nor black untapped right now. I get to do it anyway. And I can even use it to bring back the Snapcaster. It involves taking an extra 4, but that's probably okay, considering how high my life total is. Yeah, this is actually totally fine. Rebuy snap. Yep. Shatter, get the snap back. Oh, yeah, they can scoop the Batterskull here. Still, it's going to be worth. Yeah, it's still fine. The tempo game is insane. Okay, so attack first. Hello, my old friend. So I think we go Ashiok plus Treefolk. And then next turn we play Scions, give Uro first strike and trample. I'm going to get Royal Scions online before attacking. Yeah, that was possible. We have super lethal next turn. We can swing for 20. God, I love this deck when it does its thing. It's like playing a cube deck. This deck is great. Big bad Treefolk, baby. Big bad Treefolk. Bloodbraid Elf. Yeah, that's a card. What do you got, nerd? Clothis. Nice. It's not going to be good enough, but it is nice. Why do you keep linking Blizzard Spectre? Like, do you actually think we could play that? Because they don't. Nib doesn't find. No, but Blizzard Spectre. Because we don't get to choose with Blizzard Spectre. If we did, it would be kind of close. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Please swing your Bloodbraid into my 13/13. He's so big. He's so big. So we're missing one swamp. Choose the mode, sure, but that's, Thief of Insanity is a very good Spectre. Opponent is having a good old tank. Okay. You're still super dead, opponent. This is just gonna bounce off my Abominable Treefolk. I see you're trying to get me all riled up again, Roy. This is a deck with Kolaghan in it. Maybe a Jace goes out here? Think about it for a second. Okay, let's look at this. What our Kolaghan? Probably do, huh? No, we don't. Yeah. So one Jace. Maybe we do want Kolaghan, and maybe we want to cut one trophy against that deck. Probably not. Let's keep one Dead of Winter out. Yeah, let's try it like this. My biggest problem with the companion cards is just going to be the way that they affect Eternal formats forever and ever and ever. Well, just like our deck, they have no answer for Kolaghan, so that tends to make it really good. Okay, this is a exceedingly slow hand on the draw. Yeah, we can't keep that. That is much better. I think I'm firing off the swamp. No, I think I'm firing off the Snapcaster. No. Swamp? Yeah. No, we have Fatal Pushes in our deck now. Yeah, it's a Snap. No, Snap is better than Drown here. Alright. Figured it out. Yeah, Jace seems lackluster against the Blaming Bolt deck. Push off the top. Push. Okay. Don't pillage me, friendo. That's hilarious. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, modern, standard. Choke me, baby! Choke me hard! I was sitting here being like, I wonder if they still have the Blood Moons in their deck. They didn't just mulligan, though. They took their entire turn 3 off. No, turn 2. They hit an accelerant into a turn 2 payoff, and their turn 2 payoff was Choke. Against my 0 islands. Pyromancer? Nope. Clothis. Okay. Ah, I see they've successfully played a good card. So, Passage for blue, pick it up. Fail to play Astrolabe. Seems okay. Alternatively, we can just play Astrolabe with Ambush Viper up and plus on nothing. I think that's acceptable. If we're going to do that, let's play Astrolabe first. All right. A little unfortunate, but that's okay. From next turn, our Fabled Passages put their lands into play on tap, so they get a chonk better. Please exile from your own graveyard opponent. Best damn Enchantress deck in Modern. This actually is the best enchantment deck in Modern. It really is, because it plays 4 Sprawls, a number of Blood Moons, usually in the 75, and Clothis. It's the most enchantments in all of Modern. They didn't have a land for Bloodbraid. Well, that is just fabulous. Don't discard non-land cards, just 2 lands. Damn it. Okay. Love train, people all over the world, join hands. Down a love train. Ooh. Off the top, baby. Off the top, baby. Okay, here's the question. What is it? The $22,000 question? Do I sandbag the Dead of Winter? Shoot, I shouldn't have gotten an island. It's gonna be okay. Do I sandbag the Dead of Winter? I'm pretty sure that I do. Pretty sure we just wait until Clothis wakes up. Because they are 2 pips away. And then we just blow them out. No, it's powers of 2 though after a certain point. So it's like the $64,000 question. Or 32,000. Because it goes up till I think 128,000, and it goes $250,000, $500,000, million. Okay, one more pip, and we win the game. That'll do. It's a weird game show. You literally only mean because of the way they count to 1 million, don't you? Yeah, and they're swinging perfectly. So we're gonna get to keep our Wrenn and Six at the maximum loyalty here. So I can field and then tap my island. I think it's worth doing. Although giving them 2 mana this turn is probably not worth it. We'll just field next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Being slightly inefficient here is fine. One snappy boy. Who'll win a fight, Roy? One snappy boy or the god of destiny? The point system sucks. You're the best, man. You're great. You're such a great human. I can't even. Oh, they have more mana. Okay, I have been blown out by them bolting their own Clothis before, but we can't play around that. Why is your Clothis grayed out? There we go. Okay, so I think we just cycle the passage and Dead of Winter and hope this ends them. So not island, anything but island. Forest is the best. Oh, I guess I could have just gotten a swamp finally, huh? I'm just nervous. I'm just a little nervous. It's just so close to being over. So close to being over. Don't have the bolt. Don't have the bolter path. No bolter path. You're bolt pathless. Yes! Get out of here. Nice choke. Okay, Liberate's pretty good. Pillage. Nice flip. I actually mean this. They pillaged my Astrolabe. There's no accounting for taste, my friend. No accounting for taste. Worth noting if I hadn't mistapped. Hopefully they don't hit Astrolabe. Fuck. Why? It's not really a problem. Like, obviously it's not great, but it's not really a problem. Like, obviously our mana is a little less free than it was before, but... And we've got more Astrolabes in the deck, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm choosing not to worry about it. They really, really should have shocked that. They have multiple seasoned Pyromancers in their graveyard. No counting for taste. It's a great pickup. Not so much in the face of choke. Oh, we'll be fine. I think, yeah, I was just supposed to play the field and then just be a little more careful with how I tap my mana here. If I have to use my island for Ice-Fang, I'll be happy. We need to leave a red up, don't we? Well, last turn? Yeah. Main phase Pyromancer, sure. You can do it. There. Thought you had a land drop. You didn't. No, I didn't. I've been. I think it's been the field. I've been playing the field most turns. Do I want to use one of my blue sources to cycle this Ice-Fang Coatl? I think I do. Is losing a blue mana forever here? No, because I can pick up Jace. Jace is really good. I can K-Com, discard, pick up Snap, though. Which seems good here. discards Arbor Elf. Yeah. Getting that last card is the prize. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can pick up the field, but I can't activate the field and snap Kolaghan's command without using both my blue. So we'll pick up the field, play swamp, snap Kolaghan's command, get their last card, and kill one of the elementals. Is that worth? It's not really worth it, is it? No, that's fine. I could have gotten the last card out of their hand, but I cannot imagine there's anything in the deck that's that dangerous, except for maybe another Colossus. Still have, but they will have those, but they could just top deck it too. Also, they main phased their Pyromancer activation, so it seems really unlikely. Okay, now we're going to snap Kolaghan's command. I'm going to rebuy the snap with it. We're also not going to cast the Kolaghan's command until they play a card or end step. Is this the other Colossus? Did I just get punished? Another Pyromancer activation. Sure. So let's go. Turn target creature, target player discards a card. I can snap Dead of Winter at some point if I need to. I don't really want to, but. Alright, let's use Wrenn and Six to ping one of these down. Let's keep fielding them. They should have one more basic in their deck. We're going to let Wrenn and Six take 2 here. We're going to ping and then play a new Wrenn and Six and then ping. Sure. I'm not having Kolaghan's command anymore. Kind of feels crappy, huh? Let's pick up an Astrolabe. Push is great. Ping. Wrenn and Six. Ping. We have Sneck, but I don't want to use more blue mana right now. I missed a tick up there with Wrenn and Six. My bad. Push is better for the germ though, because I don't have to use blue. Get out of here, bald nerd. Dead of Winter, good against germs. Let me tell you something. A lot of people think the germ is going to go away with the heat. Probably only a semi-appropriate topical joke, but I'm okay with it. Get my last island. Push for something like Mystic. I'm not really worried about Mystic right now, right? I got a lot of outs for Mystic. Yep. They're on 4 mana, and they bounce their Batter Skull. Oh. They have a 5th basic? Nice deck. Oh, Stoneforge. It's the thing you were talking about. So this is going to get Sword. Embercleave. Right, they are playing that list. I could cycle another Wrenn and Six here. I think I do need to kill this Stoneforge. But I also think Wrenn and Six being... Alright, we're going to pick up the field, play the field, leave it in play. And then I think I got a Dead of Winter. This Stoneforge buys me a lot of time. They don't have double red, so that's pretty good, and I can keep them off of it. Yeah, let's just fire off this Dead of Winter. Seems good. I would love to draw Abominable Treefolk. That would end this game real quick. They're not going to play the Batter Skull. Okay, there it is. Sure. Okay, I think at this point... So they're going to be able to get their double red around me, but I can snap push. So actually, I'm going to get close to Wrenn and Six pretty quickly off of that. So let's do that. Yeah, I really wish we could draw Abominable Snowman. That would end this game on the spot. Okay, so we're gonna discard one of these Ice-Fangs, I think. Yeah. So snap is gonna be how we start turning the corner here. Attack, sure. Go to blockers. They don't fire off the Embercleave. Well. So here's my second blue. Push. They scooped. Really? Okay. Treefolk was on top. What is up, Zuki Norris? Shuki Norris? Alright, let's get our 3-2, baby. I was saving the lands in my hand for Emblem. Yeah. Although I guess I could keep picking them up. Yeah, this hand's pretty good, huh? Alright, let's do it. Against M&M Berry. Shuki Norris. Goblin Guide. Ah, my nemesis. Draw me land. Nice. We are gonna turn to trophy this Goblin Guide, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Trigger. Top card, Ice-Fang Coatl. Well, I will enjoy having that next turn. Yep, always an Eidolon. Nice sequence. Oh, I guess that's Suspended Rift Bolt. So I don't need to take damage from Vista, so we won't. Then once the Rift Bolt is in their graveyard, we could just drown the Eidolon. So probably gonna do that. They got a lot of lands. It's actually only 3. I gave them 1. Get down. Get down. Get down. Okay. Is that Eidolon the second? Gross. So we're drowning that one? Yeah. No, we're going to drown the one that's in play. Because either way we take 2, but then this one can't attack me. Yeah. Bye, friend. Get off my stack. Get out of here. Get off my stack. Draw arrow. That's not arrow. It was the color of land that I wanted, though. So we're at virtual 9. That sucks. If they crack the foothills here, it actually doesn't matter. Bolt. Sure. Sucks to be me. So we're at virtual 9, we're at virtual 6. I want to field their white source, but they have foothills, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're probably just dead. The 0. Why don't you just kill the one on the field? We did exactly. Oh, why don't you? Yeah. No, I did kill the one on the field. So I'm gonna Assassin's Trophy here because if they have Searing Blaze, they blow me out if I play Ice-Fang. Sure. I believe I have somehow not died yet. So, top deck arrow. I mean, that's stack interaction. That's how we want to do it. Alright. Taking 0 damage from fetch lands, and thank goodness for that. How did we get attacked for 2? We didn't, right? Did I screw up? Did I screw up? I probably screwed up. I bet I did. So Goblin Guide is great here, because if they have the Searing Blaze in their hand, I'm going to get to drown it and snake the guide. Astrolabe, that's fine. Yep, this is the Searing Blaze, which we really get to crush. We get attack for 2. No, it is important because I meant to do that, and if I didn't, that's a big deal. Taking 2 damage was a big difference. Maybe I screwed it up. Meant to drown the one in play, and I specifically believe that I talked about doing so, and then if I didn't do it, that's not good. Alright, now top deck arrow. Uro. It's like half an Uro. That was probably a bad... Playing the Astrolabe was bad there. Because almost my entire deck is 2 minutes. Oh, I'm supposed to Fate Seal here, right? No, they have multiple fetches. So, blue card Force. Well, good luck me. Searing Blaze. Non-haste creature. Monastery Swiftspear. Any of the above. Cool. So Weather the Storm, Fatal Push, Force of Negation, Colossus. Abrupt Decay. They didn't listen. No, they did not. Cryptic out. Dead of Winter, Scions. Wrenn and Six. And a trophy. Seems all right. Yes, nicely too. We tried. Yeah, I think if we got attacked an extra time there for 2, then I definitely just punted that game. I did enjoy not getting punished for my sequencing with Jace, but I think I should definitely listen to me. I should really listen to the things that I say before I make plays. Yeah, I think that's a keeper. Doing a passage for green. Karuga. Is that the monkey? The ape monkey? The monkey ape? Baboon? Oh, the hippo. You just want a cheap one. For your hippo collection. Go to face-to-face games in Toronto. Tell them you can have a Karuga off my credit. Also, welcome back, Cave Dan. I'm sure you're popping in and out as the evening goes on. I think Karuga is very far from being constructed playable, so... Is it 3 CMC or higher for everything in your deck, right? Every spell? So, do I put my snake in and then... No. Resolves. Tracking the progress of the Niv that could have been. For you it will be. There will be a version of this deck with Niv. So I'm going to field them off of white. It's weird to give them more mana here, but fielding burn off of one of their colors, off of white, occasionally works out for me. So it's one of those things that's like mildly sketch. And they're not really incentivized to fire off a bolt here because they have a Swift Spear in play. No, see, it applies to everything. Yeah, I don't think Karuga's going to see a lot of constructed play. You can only draw for... I don't understand. Oh, because what does Karuga do? I don't remember. Is it whenever you play a permanent with 3 CMC or 3 or higher, then you draw a spell? Or you draw a card? Okay, so we're dead. Yeah, we're really dead. Oh my god. Brutal. Oh. Man, that is so bad. Like, for constructed purposes, that card is really not good. I don't think you need to worry. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, again, yeah, it's fine, but I don't think it's that good. We're super duper dead, right? All you need is 1 burn spell opponent. You gotta have a single burn spell. Yeah, cool. Super dead. Yep. So another wonderful 2 and 3 in my belt. Changes I made to this deck were not the greatest. I definitely need to look at how we're dealing with the Urza deck and how we're dealing with classic burn. Prowess is a little bit better of a matchup. I generally find it a lot more fun, a lot more interesting, a lot more back and forth, a little bit, I don't know, they have less inevitability. Burn is just so inevitable so quickly that I just find it so difficult to beat a lot of the time. Might want something, I don't know, Obstinate Baloth or Thragtusk or something of that nature. Yeah. Right, I mean, yeah. And that's also how I lose on Niv usually too. That's why on my Niv decks I usually have sideboard Fatal Push. Because I find I lose a lot of game ones against burn, even with like Kaya's Guile and Helix, and sometimes even Toolsmere when I had him in the deck. I would still lose to burn in game 1, or I would still lose 2 out of 3 games against burn just because they're so powerful. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I still lose with Helix and Guile in the deck a lot of the time. I very rarely actually win the burn matchup. Feels like I should, but I just don't. Like, they always have enough. Because they can just keep hammering you a lot of the time. Yeah. Yeah. Felt like we never drew Uro either. There's just a lot of awkward draws in this league. Next up, we have the even more Nivless Niv deck. This one is a brew of my own. Very similar to the deck that we just played, but with some white in it. So, should be a time. I think if I wanted a deck that I thought was better against the early game decks, I would play the one I played on Friday, which was this one, Rug Snow Control. It's a Mystic Sanctuary deck, but it's got 4 arrows. Don't necessarily agree with all the sideboard choices that we played them, but having Bolt for the early game is a big difference from the Snow deck that I've been playing. I don't know if I'm going to post this league. I don't know. Definitely didn't feel very successful, but I guess we should post our failures as well as our successes. I posted my 04 yesterday. It's been a rough couple days. Been doing a lot of stuff. I think it might be time to call tonight early. So I think I'll put up this nice 3-hour league with IceBURG. Played one earlier today. I went 3-2 against Grull, Burn, Tron. So that was fine. Felt really good to just Wrenn and Six and Field of Ruin the Tron players into the ground. I think I'll come back tomorrow with the Snow White snow list, and then maybe IceBURG plus Niv. So thank you guys for sticking around, and hopefully I will get to see some or all of the wonderful people who'd like to visit here tomorrow. We'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.